This is Michael Petrasso, and you're listening to CPL Back of the Net.
Hey everybody, this is Giancarlo Aulino reporting for BarnBurner.ca. BarnBurner's more than twice daily, even on the weekends, fired up shows are available on 114 platforms and the BarnBurner app, which is available on iOS and Android. Welcome to another edition of CPL Back of the Net. We got a very special guest today. He's the newest signing to York 9 FC, Michael Petrasso. How you doing, Michael?
Hey, I'm doing good, thanks.
So, Michael, the news was made official today. Social media, York 9 FC announced that you're the newest member to the team. Just what are your thoughts on the signing coming to York Region, and what sold you on signing with York 9?
It's been in the works for a while now, and I'm happy to finally, get it done and get it announced, and I'm happy to be back playing at home. I think what kind of sold me was obviously I came back last season to play against York, and kind of had my whole family out in the box watching the game, and a bunch of my friends, and it was kind of a good feeling. I've been away for 9 years, and then after that game, I kind of had the feeling that, in this league here, obviously York's where I'm from. I grew up in Woodbridge. I thought it'd be a good opportunity for me, and as the season progressed and time went on in the off season, and we ended up getting it done, and I'm excited. I'm definitely looking forward to playing at home, and I know York's a good side after seeing where they finished on the table, and hoping we can compete and obviously move higher.
Yeah, you brought up having your family there, some of your friends. Being in the Vaughan area, York's really close to that. So now, instead of playing in Winnipeg and you being in the hometown team, what was the reaction when your family and friends found out that you'd be playing for York 9?
They most of them, my family obviously knew from beforehand, but a lot of my friends and other relatives found out today when they got announced, and they've also been sending me messages, and everybody's been kind of saying can't wait for the home opener, definitely going to come see you play, excited to watch you live, things like this, and obviously it's a good feeling, so I've just been looking forward to it, and I'm finally going to live at home for the first time in 9 years, so my parents are looking forward to that, kind of, I guess. I'm not too sure if they're going to be happy with me living at home, but we'll see.
And, last season playing for Valor, you got to see York from the outside looking in. You got to see the way they do things from a managerial perspective of Jimmy Brennan, and just the kind of style they like to play tactically. What did you notice about the way the team was structured?
They have a very good, structure defensively. Obviously playing on the attack for Valor. It's hard to break them down and score goals. And the way they kept the ball, possession-wise, especially when they played us at IG Field on the big field, it's hard to get the ball off them. They kind of rotate the ball very well. And, it shows that, they finished third in the table. Obviously, the other two teams were at a high level last season. So I'm hoping that, coming to this team, I can bring, something different. My style of play is very direct, very fast going forward. So I'm hoping that I can add that to their game, and, hopefully I can just play my part in helping this team grow, and we can do better this season and compete to win.
And also, Michael, the Canadian Championship, the bracket was released not too long ago, and York 9, where you're positioned, if you pass this round, that would leave you with a game against Toronto FC. So you coming from their academy, how significant would that be for you?
Obviously, playing at TFC is obviously massive. I played against them when I was in the MLS with Montreal, and probably one of the best games I played in, just because I'm a TFC fan, so I've been a TFC fan since I was a kid, and so are my family, and my brother's obviously part of the academy over there, so, playing against them then was the best experience, and obviously having the opportunity again to play them again, and in the Canada Cup, I'm really looking forward to it, so obviously they're a big club now, obviously you can see, winning the MLS Cup and being in the finals, so, and they have some great players, so it'll be a good experience, so, but, obviously we have to get there first, but if we do, I'm really looking forward to that.
For just to everyone get to know you a little bit more, what other teams maybe were you a fan of, and who are some of the players you looked up to when you were growing up?
When I was growing up, I was a fan of AC Milan back in the day when I was a kid, just because my nono, we watched Italian soccer, and a winger I used to look up to back in the day, I would say, was Pato, who played on the wing, and now I'm a big fan of Hazard. Well, I was a big fan of Hazard when he was at Chelsea, the way he played. He was always clean and direct, and so those are the type of players that I kind of look up to and try to, I watch them play. So Yeah, and obviously now because Toronto FC was the big club at home for many years now. I've always been a big fan of them. I try to tune in and watch their games, and when I'm home, go watch their games. So, and I have many friends that play in the team, so those are exciting. Yeah, but at the moment, that was me back in the day when I was a kid.
Yeah, just to shift gears a little bit, the pathway to being a professional nowadays is much different than when you were at the youth level. There was no CPL when you were coming up. League One, maybe there was a provincial level, but that semi-pro level was still lacking in a way, and you went to QPR as a teenager, played through the ranks over there. Just what was that time like for you as a young kid going over and playing abroad, and who were maybe some of the people over there and the coaching staffs or players down there that helped you and shape you into the player that you are now?
Yeah, obviously, like back in the day, it was either, you made it at Toronto FC or you had to kind of move away, and, I had the chance to move to QPR. And I was very fortunate. I had two great coaches, Steve Gallen, who now is the director at Charlton, and Mark Bircham. They were the two guys that kind of shaped me, and they made me the player I am, and they taught me since I was maybe 16 till I left at QPR, 23. They always pushed me, and they were great role models on me, and they helped me a lot when I was at QPR. And yeah, going there at a young age, I had another role model. Obviously, I think there's a 5-year difference. Junior Hoylett was there when I moved there when I was a kid, and he kind of looked after me, and he got me through the times when I was young there. So those are two major coaches that played a big part of my career when I was growing up.
And also, those familiar with your career know that your father played an important role in that, coaching you. Actually, both your parents coached you at the youth level, were involved in that. So what was it like being coached by your parent, and what was some of the advice that they would give you when games aren't going so well? And because sometimes when your parent is talking to you about a game, it's different than when a coach is talking to you. So how was that like for you?
Yeah, it was interesting. My parents coached me when I first started at Kleinberg, probably the age of 4 or 5. And, my dad and my uncle coached me at Woodbridge, and then my dad coached me as well at Markham. So they've been kind of my role models going through, since I was a kid all the way up to I entered the TSC program. But, yeah, my dad was always hard on me. I used to play up front and try to score goals, and if I missed, he'd be hard on me, even if our team was winning. But I think those are the type of people that push you, and they kind of grow you into the person that you become. And, I'm just grateful for them. They took time out of their work and their jobs to coach me, especially at a young age, and they pushed me into soccer. And, I'm just happy that I play it. Now I love it, and hopefully I could do it for a very long time.
That's great to hear. Before we wrap up, Michael, and let you go, how can our listeners follow you on social media?
Well, if you want to follow my Instagram account, it's just @Petrasso20. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I use on social media at the moment. I have Twitter, but I don't really tweet that much, so it might not be more of your time. But yeah, my Instagram is Petrasso20 if you want to follow me throughout the season and see how it goes. Tune in.
Yeah, highly recommend that. Well, Mike, I'd like to thank you for sharing your time and coming on CPL Back of the Net, and I wish you all the best this season.
Thank you.